Hi, welcome to Larry Shave. Today we have a brand new release from Hendricks Classics Company. Today we're shaving with James Bond, starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. And what a great soap this is. It is really smelling good. A great scent. Look at that. We've not used it yet. We're going to be using it for the first time today. Now, this soap is an artisan shave soap with scent inspired by Lafayette Street from Bond Number 9, a fragrance for both men and women. But by being an inspired fragrance, it means it's very close to the original, but not exact. These fragrances don't come from the company that makes the original, so you're not going to get the exact same thing. But Hendricks Classics Company source their fragrance oils that are among the highest quality in the world. And this is no exception. Notice the black cat and with a firearm, James Bond as a cat. And of course, this big cat and movie name, You Only Have 9 Lives, is a play on the saying that a cat has 9 lives. And from the James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice. So James Bond starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. We're excited about that today. Now, let me mention right off so that you're not confused. In the past, Hendricks has had some soaps based on the James Bond theme. There was one a couple years ago or so, called Bond. And then he came out with 007, and that was a great scent. But this one is entirely different. This is not one of the old Bond soaps with another label. This is a brand new scent. And I wanted to make that clear to you so you don't say, oh, I've got that already. No, it's just been released. And it really is awesome. Now, we also are going to be using today the stainless steel bowl from Hendricks Classics Company. Their emblem right in the middle. And notice the ridges here. Always builds up a great lather. And we're going to be using our Hc&C brush that I got a couple years ago or so. And for our razor, we're going to use the Henson AL13 in black to go along with the James Bond label here and a black shirt to match. So we're going to use the the AL13 in aluminum in black. So let's get started by taking the lid off, of course. You can't scoop with the lid on. I've discovered that a while back. And so we're going to scoop out some of this tremendous soap. And we're going to start out with about that much. Put that off of onto your thumb. And then where the emblem is, Hc&C, we're going to press that down. And we'll be all set to go with that. This is going to be good. I can tell already. All right, we're going to take our brush, we're going to wet it, and then wring it out some and start our lathering process. And I'm looking forward to the shave today with James Bond, starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. Now, it comes in several formats. Each format, whether it's the shave soap, Aftershave Splash, and EDP, delivers its own chapter of the story. The shave soap, a luxurious ritual laying the foundation with effortless sophistication. They have the shave stick, precision and convenience in motion, sleek, refined, and always ready for the next mission. And then, of course, the Aftershave Splash is a cool, invigorating finish, clean, confident, alive. And then we come to the EDP, the final signature, a lasting aura of power and intrigue. James Bond doesn't chase attention, he commands it, because in a world of fleeting moments, you only have 9 lives. So we've got our lather pretty well whipped up here. I'm going to add just a touch more water. And then we'll be ready to get our shave going. Now, the accords in order of prevalence, which are notes combined into accords: amber, vanilla, fruity, citrus, aromatic, floral, woody, fresh, spicy, musky, and fresh. Clean, sharp, and modern. This scent opens with bergamot and coriander for bright freshness and polished energy. A smooth heart of fresh florals and ambroxan adds refined depth, while apple keeps it crisp and wearable. The finish settles into vanilla and tonka over cedarwood, dry woods, and gray amber. Smooth, warm, and unmistakably masculine. All right. So our lather is all whipped up now, and we're ready to get started on our shave. So let's wet the face, and let's get started applying the lather today. Brand new release from Hendricks Classics and Company, available today, of course, at Hc&C, also from Razor Emporium, Pasteurs, and the Razor Company. So any one of those will have this in stock. And if you got a lot of stuff to order from any of those companies, I would suggest you add this to your list. Boy, what a great scent. This is awesome. All right, that's enough lather, I believe. So we'll clear the lips and the sideburns. And we're going to pick up our razor here, wet it, and let's get started on the shave. I like using the AL13 razor when I'm using a new shave soap because I'm familiar with this razor. I'm familiar with how it shaves, and it gives me a good indication about the soap, whether it's good or not. And so far, this is getting high marks in my account. Wow. A lot of residual slickness. This is really a great soap. Let me get down a little further on the sideburns. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is coming along real well. You're going to enjoy this soap. I am thankful that I've got it. And if you're looking for a new soap, it's has a great scent. Pick up James Bond, starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. All right, let's freshen up the lather on the neck. I am really glad I have the soap. I really think this scent is outstanding. And if you know anything about Lafayette Street from Bond number 9, you'll have an idea what this smells like. Not exactly, of course, being inspired by, but it is very close. Wow, this is really turning out to be a great shave. How many of you remember the movie from James Bond, You Only Live Twice? Came out in 1967 and starred Sean Connery. The movie is about the United States and Soviet Union edging towards war after spaceships from both sides mysteriously vanished. James Bond goes after the real culprits, and it is a great James Bond movie with the great Sean Connery. I'm going to lather here and finish this up. And then we're going to do pass number 2. All right, that's pass number 1. Let's relather here for pass number 2. I'm really, really enjoying this. Brand new release. Available today. All right, all lathered up for pass number 2. So let's get going on it. I really enjoyed the James Bond movies. Some I thought were better than others, but my favorite actors who played James Bond were, of course, Sean Connery, and then of late, Daniel Craig. I thought he really captured the essence of James Bond, rugged looking, yet sophisticated. But all the movies were great. Do you have a favorite James Bond movie? If you do, let me know in the comments below. I have one that really stands out in my mind as my favorite was Goldfinger. I really liked that movie. But they all were good. Pete Hendricks is getting in on the James Bond theme with James Bond, starring in You Only Live 9 Lives. And I love it. One thing about Pete Hendricks and Hendricks Classics and Company is the meticulous work they do. When Pete puts together a scent, uh, he works a long time on it. He wants to get it just right. And he's not satisfied until it is just right. And then, of course, when the scent is good and where he wants it, then they whip it up. He shaves with it, and if it just doesn't lather right, it's back to the drawing board and a little more work. So when you get the soap, it's just not thrown together. It is really a great work done by Hendricks Classics and Company. All right. Boy, this is going real well. I really, really am enjoying this shave. Now, from the web page at Hendricks Classics and Company, we read this: James Bond, you only live 9 lives in the velvet hush of a midnight skyline where danger moves like a shadow of elegance. It's elegant and its only armor he enters, refined, untouchable, unforgettable Bond. In a perfectly tailored tuxedo, gliding between the worlds of feline precision and unshakable confidence. This is not just a scent. It's a statement of survival, charisma, and magnetic allure. The experience opens with a vibrant spark, bright citrus cutting through the night air, before melting into a heart of crisp apple, smooth florals, and warm spice. There's a quiet intrigue in every layer, a calculated balance of charm, mystery, as the evening deepens, rich woods, creamy tonka, and sensual musks settle in, leaving behind a trail that lingers long after he's gone. That's James Bond, and you only have 9 lives. Well, we've completed both passes, and it is really smooth. I'm not going to need a third pass. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to rinse my face, dry it off, and then I'll be right back. I've had an excellent shave today with James Bond starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. Rather than the Aftershave Splash, I'm going to get right into the EDP today. And what I do with the EDP is I don't spray the face. I just spray the neck area. And so a couple of squirts on each side, one in the middle. All I need, and I'm ready for the day. I'm going to be out and about today, and I want to smell good, so I went right with the EDP. Now, you can use the Aftershave Splash and then the EDP. I just wanted to get into the EDP today, and that is excellent. Boy, that has just a great scent. Well, today we've enjoyed James Bond starring in You Only Have 9 Lives. Love this soap. And it is available right now at Hendricks Classics Company, Razor Emporium, Pasteurs, and the Razor Company. I think you'll really enjoy this. Well, thank you for joining me today for our shave. And if you would please subscribe to the channel, we would really appreciate that. It helps us and gives you an opportunity to be notified the next time we have a shave video. And I hope you'll join us for that. It will be soon. So until we gather again here in the Shave Den for another shave, happy shaving.